Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 concepts in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 77. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the first question. Starting metal is substituted benzene. Isopropyl group is attached. You are reacting it with oxygen and benzyl peroxide. They ask you to find the product. The products are different in the O2H position, whether it is in para or the meta or in the substituted carbon or in the side chain carbon. So from the substituted benzene and 4 different products, you might realize the question is really about regioselective O2H addition. The answer is C. Let us see how. The question is all about stability of radical here. Tertiary radical is more stable when compared to secondary and primary. And another fact you have to know here is benzene hydrogen is difficult to remove because it is a sp2 hybridized carbon. It is more electronegative and difficult to break the CH bond. Next thing is benzyl peroxide. Radical initiated promote the radical formation. So the reaction goes through radical mechanism. The first step is removal of weak bond. Here 4 different weak bonds are there, A, B, C, D, basically CH bonds, which will be removed. Normally the benzene bonds are difficult to remove, which is C and D, so it will not form at all. There is a competition between A and B. If you remove the B, you have primary radical. If you remove A, you have secondary radical. So if you compare the stability, secondary is the more. So the major product is the secondary radical formation and secondary O2 attachment. So the answer is clearly C there. Here the concepts you have to learn here is benzyl peroxide is a radical initiator. It always promotes radical formation. Then let us look at the next question. Starting metal is a kind of biphenyl compound which is ethyl, methyl and hydrogen and OH attachment. The Y1 is allene attached with methyl, bromine and hydrogen above, hydrogen below. Basically they are asking the configuration of X and Y. So you have to find whether the configuration is S or S. So from the question of different 3D structure and possible RS configuration, you might realize the question is really about 3D structure versus naming. The answer is B. Let us see how. Here the structures are very different, so the CIP rules are applied, but you have the different kind of architecture. So you have to start from the viewing side. Viewing side normally written as thick line. The thick line written here is a horizontal. It has highest priority there. So same thing you have to write above and below and the left and right. So if you write the configuration, first one X has S configuration, Y has R configuration. So the answer is clearly B. X1 is S, Y1 is R there. Here the concepts you have to learn here is viewing angle is important here. It will have highest priority. Then let us look at the next question. The starting metal is a cation with 1 less conjugation. It's a 8-member system with 6 pi electron. So you have to find the nature of the compound, whether the compound is aromatic or non-aromatic or anti-aromatic or homoaromatic, whether the compound obeys the Huckel rule and its nature. From the question of non-conjugated cation and 4 different possibilities, you might realize the question is really about exceptions in the Huckel rule. The answer is D. Homoaromatic. Let us see how. Here the aromaticity is a very stable form. The compound somehow achieves the stable system. Here the compound has 6 pi electron and it is linear and it is planar and it obeys the Huckel rule, which is 4n plus 2, so it is aromatic. Only thing is conjugation misses at the 8th carbon. So what really happens is 8th carbon go above the plane and the cation stays with 7 there. So the conjugation is established, so it will be like tropylium cation. You might know tropylium cation is very stable because of the aromaticity. This kind of artificial aromaticity is called homoaromatic because we are creating the aromaticity from the non-aromatic system. So the answer is clearly D. Homoaromatic. Here the concepts you have to learn here is homoaromatic. Artificial aromaticity is called homoaromaticity. Then let us look at the next question. The question is really about diene can undergo Diels-Alder reaction with maleic anhydride. They given the 4 different starting material. You have to find which structure undergo the reaction faster. The first one is cyclohexane with conjugated diene but in trans form. In B it's a exocyclic double bond which is in conjugation with inside. C it's a decline with diene there which is in conjugation trans form. D is decline with conjugation in the again trans form. So basically you are playing between 4 diene, you are reacting with dienophile. So from the question of Diels-Alder reaction, 4 possible diene, you might realize the question is really about structure versus reactivity. The answer is A. Let us see how. Here the 4 different dienes are given, but for Diels-Alder reaction you require S is formed. S stands for single bond. Normally the double bonds are connected through single bond, so it will isomerize to S is formed. It is a very required one for Diels-Alder reaction. If you look at B, C and D, B, C and D are in the rigid system. Because it is attached with the ring, you cannot twist the ring. The structure integrity will lose. If you look at the B exocyclic double bond, you cannot rotate it, so it will not undergo Diels-Alder reaction. If you look at the C, same decline, but the dienes you cannot rotate to S is formed, so it won't undergo. If you look at the D, it is also same, it is rigid and trans, it will not undergo Diels-Alder reaction. The only possibility is A there. It is attached with single bond which is an exocyclic mode, so you can rotate it and it isomerizes to S is there. So it can undergo Diels-Alder reaction. So the answer is clearly A there. Here the concepts you have to learn here is Diels-Alder reaction requires S is compound. Then let us look at the next question. Starting material is decline with alkene system with the substitution of methyl. Here decline in the trans patient. Both hydrogens are trans to each other. Basically you are reacting with 9-BBN which is boron there. Then you have to react with hydrogen peroxide and base. Here they given the 4 different products. All are differ in the OH attachment. Where the OH is attached, whether the above hydrogen side or below the hydrogen side, or it's a methyl side or the less substituted side. So 4 different possibilities. So from the question of alkene and boration, you might realize the question is really about stereochemistry versus reactivity in hydroboration. The answer is D. Let us see how. Here the starting material is difficult to analyze in planar form, so we draw in the chair form. If you draw hydrogens are trans to each other and alkene is there, you are using 9-BBN. 9-BBN is simple boron, but it is a bulky boron with 3-dimensional structure. So it always avoids the steric position. So what really happens is it will attack in the opposite to above hydrogen plane. So but the addition is also syn addition. So hydrogen and Br2 syn to each other. So hydrogen is axial, Br2 is opposite to hydrogen and it is equatorial. So the addition is Markovnikov of addition. Boron has empty p orbital. It should be treated as positive charge. Hydrogen should be treated as negative charge. And the addition is syn addition. Next step you are using hydrogen peroxide. Boron will be removed. Alcohol will be formed. Here OH formation is opposite to above hydrogen to avoid the steric effect which is on rigid hydrogen. So the product is anti-Markovnikov addition product which is OH attached to the less substituted alkene. The answer is clearly D there. Here the concepts you have to learn here is the bulky boron always prefer the less steric position and the hydroboration reaction is syn addition reaction with the anti-Markovnikov product. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.